I'm Kathy Najafi. Welcome to Bridging Cultures. Do we have a wonderful show for you today? As you may know, Bridging Cultures is a talk show that has been designed to promote the importance of cultivating a true appreciation for cultural, ethnic, and linguistic diversity in our society. We do that by inviting international students from both Houston Community College and the University of Houston onto the program, where they share intriguing and often little-known information about their culture, traditions, and social customs. Additionally, our guests compare life here in America and life back home and talk about some of the changes they have had to make to their daily lives. On today's show, we will learn a lot more about Vietnam and its vibrant, rich culture. The Socialist Republic of Vietnam forms an S shape along the Indo-Chinese Peninsula in Southeast Asia. Roughly the size of Italy, Vietnam covers a surface area of about 128,000 miles. It is bordered by China, Laos, Cambodia, and the South China Sea. The capital city of Vietnam is Hanoi, and Vietnamese is the official language. With an estimated 90.5 million inhabitants as of 2011, Vietnam is the world's 13th most populous country. Roughly 85% of Vietnamese identify with Buddhism, with Christianity being practiced by about another 8% of the population. Ancestor worship is also practiced by the vast majority of Vietnamese in some form. Because of its long coastline, Vietnam has some of the world's most spectacular beaches. Ha Long Bay, located in Quang Ninh Province, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The bay features thousands of limestone formations and islands in various sizes and outstanding geological shapes. Vietnam's land is mostly hilly and densely forested. Because of differences in latitude and the marked variety in topographical relief, the Vietnamese climate tends to vary considerably from place to place. North Vietnam has hot summers and cool, wet winters, while South Vietnam has a tropical climate. During the winter or dry season, the monsoon winds usually blow from the northeast along the China coast, picking up considerable moisture. Manufacturing, information technology, and high-tech industries now form a large and fast-growing part of the national economy. Though Vietnam is a relative newcomer to the oil industry, it is currently the third largest oil producer in Southeast Asia. Vietnam has also become a major exporter of agricultural products. It is now the world's largest producer of cashew nuts and black pepper, and the second largest rice exporter in the world after Thailand. Other primary exports include coffee, tea, rubber, and fishery products. Tourism is also another major source of revenue. Today, I'd like to welcome Chon Tran and Cam Do onto the show. Cam, we'll start with you. Could you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us?
My first name is Cam, and my last name is Do. I'm studying at Houston Community College.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. How long have you been here, Cam?
I have lived here since 2010.
2010. All right. And were you a student back in Vietnam, or?
Yes.
You were a student. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Thank you. All right, Chon, tell us about yourself.
Yes, I am Chon Tran, mm-hmm. and I have been here for 1 year. I am an international student of the UVA, where I met my professor Kathy, mm-hmm. and I'm planning to get my master's degree to become preacher in the future.
So you're studying to become a preacher here
in
the U.S.?
Mm-hmm. I'm taking some systematic theology classes now mm-hmm.
in
order to become preacher in the future.
Wonderful. Well, we wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much.
All right. Cam, we'll go over to you here. I'd like to know, back in Vietnam, how do people greet each other when you say hello?
People in my country call Xin Chào.
Xin Chào.
Xin Chào.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you shake hands when you say that? Do you bow? How would you?
Yeah, we shake hands when we saw the older people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very polite.
All right. Okay. So that takes me to my next question then. Chung, in Vietnam, would you describe it as being a formal or an informal society?
Both. formals and informals. The formal society that people, they form a very close relationship with one another. They have many activities and events with families and friends that's considered formal. Informal also, people can hang out to have coffee or chat or talk. Especially they have more time with one another. So we consider both sides, formal and informal.
Okay, very quickly, can you tell me then, when you address someone, would you always put a Mr. or Mrs. in front of their name, or auntie or uncle?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, according to Vietnam traditional custom, then when we dress someone, we dress the title first and we dress the first name. For example, Mr. or Mrs., then the first name.
The first name.
That's for formal, to show the politeness.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Chon, I know you have your guitar here. We're going to ask you to play a Vietnamese ballad or song about your country. So would you like to pick up your guitar here and sing us a nice song?
Yes, sure. It's my pleasure to show you that one Vietnamese song. Well, there are many kind of Vietnamese traditional songs. However, I want to show one song that representative of Vietnam. This song's title, Quê Hương, talking about the Vietnam country. Quê hương là những thế ngọt cho con chèo hái mỗi ngày. Quê hương là đường đi học, con về rượt bướm bàn bay. Quê hương là con diều biết, tuổi thơ con thả trên đồng. Quê hương là con đò nhỏ, đêm đêm mùa nước ven sông. Quê hương là cầu tre nhỏ, mẹ về non lang yên tre. Quê hương là đêm trăng tỏ, hoa cau rừng trắng ngoài thềm. Quê hương mỗi người chỉ một, như là chỉ một mẹ thôi. Quê hương nếu ai không nhớ, sẽ không lớn nỗi thành người. Quê hương là chung kế ngọt cho con trèo hái mỗi ngày. Quê hương là đường đi học, con về rượt bướm bàn bay. Quê hương là con diều biết, tuổi thơ con thả trên đồng. Quê hương là con đò nhỏ, êm đềm mùa nước ven sông. Quê hương là cầu tre nhỏ, mẹ về non lang yên tre. Quê hương là đêm trăng tỏ, hoa cau rừng trắng ngoài thềm. Quê hương mỗi người chỉ một, như là chỉ một mẹ thôi. Quê hương nếu ai không nhớ, sẽ không lớn nỗi thành người.
Oh, that was absolutely beautiful. And with that very moving song, we are going to take a short break. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back in a moment.
Yes, ready, ready. Go get it.
Oh, come on, Randy. Animal shelter, here I come. And no, I'm not crazy or emotionally damaged. That's a stereotype. I just belong to a total loser. I'm a good dog. So if you want a pet, adopt. And if you see Randy, tell him he dropped his wallet.
Take my hand and start a brand new day. And and together as one we'll start to see some change.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people, connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
Welcome back. Tran, can you go ahead and tell us about the beautiful dresses that our friends have on today?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
And áo dài is a traditional dress for the woman, and áo dài is developed from the Chinese clothing in 1930, and the style of the clothing went out of fashion in the North Vietnam in 1954 and in the South Vietnam in 1975.
Okay, great. So, and we pronounce it áo dài?
Yeah,
That's
áo dài.
áo dài. All right, go ahead and tell us. Now, does she have on a traditional áo dài? I mean, the colors and everything?
Yeah.
Would this be a special dress that áo dài that she has on?
Yeah, and this áo dài is just for the holiday,
I see.
yeah, or the wedding. But the traditional color of áo dài is white and purple.
White and purple. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, what about our friend Cam here? So she has on a very shiny áo dài. Now, would this be for a wedding?
Yeah,
Most likely.
Yeah, the áo dài.
Here we go. Yeah, so.
Yeah, the áo dài. Who wear the traditional áo dài because it have the high neck, and
Right.
she wear the modern áo dài because
It's more open in the front. I see.
Yeah.
So the traditional is more closed, and then the more
Yeah.
modern. Okay, great. Tell us what you have on then. So you have a more traditional áo dài because you have the high collar.
Yeah, I high collar.
Okay, and what about our friend? And I'm going to go to the hat here. So can you tell us about your hat now? Is this normally worn by the women in Vietnam?
Yeah, Vietnam in Huế. Huế is in central Vietnam, and they always wear áo dài with the nón lá. Yeah, nón lá was made from the leaf. Yeah.
Right. And so the reason why it's shaped like this is because I would assume that when it rains, that the rain would just come off.
Yeah.
And they're
it's
closed
quite
up.
a roof.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And this is what decorate.
Oh, it's decorated inside.
Yeah,
I see.
decorate. Sometimes they decorate about the pagoda.
Okay,
Flower.
pagodas, flowers. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Okay, can you tell us about our last friend here? What does she have on? Now she has a more modern áo dài because it's open neck.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming onto the show today. We're going to talk a little bit about the food that you guys have brought.
Okay.
So thank you so much. Thank you, Trang. All right. All right. Mr. Chong, come on in. All right. And tell us a little bit, hi there. Tell us a little bit about the food that we have today. We're going to start off with our first dish here. Could you go ahead and describe it to us what it is?
Vietnam has many kinds of traditional foods. However, I want to represent some. First of all, I want to talk about spring roll.
Okay.
Spring roll is a special kind of food for Vietnamese people, as well as for people who come to Vietnam to eat spring roll, then never forget it. So spring roll can eat with sauce, some kind of sauce that sour sauce.
Sauce.
Yes, sauce. Sour
Okay,
sauce.
sour sauce. Okay.
The ingredient to make the spring roll is
There are many different
yes, many
ingredients,
different
and I don't think we have
ingredients.
time to go
Yes.
into it, but I tell you
think
what.
that is interesting, but I hope we have time to describe the ingredients. However, spring roll is one kind of food that we
Right.
cannot let in a special meal occasion.
Right. All right, great.
Next
Let's go to
one, next one we call that the sticky rice cake.
So which one is that? The first
Yes,
one here?
the
Yes.
green one, yes, sticky
Oh, I
rice
see.
cake. That's the
Okay.
traditional and eaten for ages in Vietnam, especially offered before and after the Lunar New Year.
Oh, I see. Now I see some bread. Now is that
Yes,
meat inside of it
it's
as
meat
well?
inside. We usually use a pork meat,
And
some
green
pork
bean.
fat,
Okay.
mung bean. So
Mung beans,
mung
okay.
bean, and we use the sticky rice. And before cooking the sticky rice cake, we have to dip the sticky rice in the water for at least 20 minutes
You just
or
have to
30
soak
minutes.
it.
Okay.
Now, is this wrapped in
Banana leaf.
leaf?
Yes,
Okay.
banana
Okay.
leaf. And we cook for a long time.
a long time?
Yeah.
What about this one here? What about this one here? What is this one?
This one we call bánh ít that
Bánh ít,
is made from sticky rice flour
Okay.
also.
So everything is made with something sticky.
Yeah,
to hold it together.
something sticky also.
Okay, Chon, let us go to the salad here. Or is it a salad or is it a dish?
This is the dish.
Okay,
Yes,
what is it? Can you tell us what it is?
this is pho. We call pho. We eat with the flat rice noodle.
Okay, so the
and,
rice noodles are at the bottom.
Yeah,
Oh, I
rice
see.
noodle in the bottom
Uh-huh.
with the beef slice.
Beef slice, okay.
Sometimes beef loaf also.
And green onions,
and
I see.
green
meatball
onions,
too.
Cilantro.
yeah, and
And
shallot.
cilantro.
And we
Okay.
have some sauce we pour in.
And so you pour the sauce on top of it, just a little bit or a lot?
Yeah, but it's very funny. We put until that we cannot see pho anymore.
Okay, so it soaks it all up then, all right?
Yes,
All right,
yeah.
great. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to this next dish here, which is our bean sprouts, and you have some
Basil.
Basil, okay, and so it's like a salad condiment
Yes,
on the
when
side?
after putting sauce, then we never forget to put the bean sprout inside. And basil don't put before you put the bean sprout because
So-
it will be very overcooked.
I'm sorry. So,
Okay.
Chon, then you would put the bean sprouts on top of your dish over here.
According to people, some people want to put bean sprout before the noodles,
Right.
but some people prefer to eat raw bean sprout, so
Okay.
they put after the sauce.
Okay. What about the condiments that we have here in the back? Are these? Can you describe to us
Yes,
what it is?
this is we call the pickle spring onion root.
Okay.
We use it. It's a little bit sour. It's specially made to eat with sticky rice cake
I see.
for the special occasion like Lunar New Year time.
Right.
This is papaya,
Okay.
pickles also, and carrots, and some chili also.
Okay,
we
great.
eat with this.
Okay, and very quickly, let's go over to our greens over here. We have spinach, and what else do we have?
We have water spinach, and we have garlic. We have three kinds. Some people prefer raw, some people prefer the boiled water
Okay.
spinach, and some people prefer the fries with garlic, and
Okay.
this is
Let's-
sticky rice.
Okay,
also.
and so this one here you said is sticky rice. It's
Yeah.
wrapped up in banana leaf. Is that
That's
correct?
right, wrapped up
Okay.
in the banana leaf, but it takes you about 12 hours to 20 hours to cook this.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's so long.
Wow. Okay, great. Thank you very much for describing this. And this, we have a little bit of coconut sprinkled on the table as well.
That's right.
Cam, I'm going to ask you to describe what do we have here in the back, the
we-
baskets.
Yes, I'm gonna introduce
Yeah.
here. I'm gonna introduce about my traditional things later here.
Okay. You don't, okay.
I have to.
No, that's okay. You can just, yeah, go ahead and tell us.
Okay, the basket. In the long time ago, the Vietnamese women they have to sell fish or fruit. They have to carry. They have to use basket to carry them, and.
Okay, so they would use the baskets to carry
Yes,
the
to
fish
carry
and the
them,
fruit.
yes.
And then you have a Vietnamese figurine next to it, I see. All right, what about on the other table? Now, I see you have, again, another basket, but I also see you have 3 golden monkeys over there. Tell us a story, because one's covering the ears.
Yes, ma'am. The thing is, 3 monkeys. They are the Vietnamese people think that 3 monkeys gonna bring the good lucky to them. Yes.
Okay, all right, so the monkeys bring good luck.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. Why don't you come over here, Cam? Thank you so much for describing us. And so, is there any reason why you have 3 monkeys? I see one is covering the ears, the other is the eyes. So is it hear no evil, see no evil, and then one of them was do no evil? Is that what it is?
No evil.
So it's no evil.
Just, and it also present that monkey to bring you the good luck and long life.
So monkeys are about good luck and a long
And
life.
long life. When you enter into Vietnamese family, Vietnamese house, you see that monkey sit on the altar,
Right.
on the floor,
Right.
at the door, at the entrance. So it means that he protect the family and bring the good luck and He always laughs even though you are in miserable, you are in good time, he also laughs.
All right, thank you very much, Chon. Well, after this short break, we will come back with our guests and compare life here in the United States to life in Vietnam, so stay tuned.
There are so many fun things we all can do to be healthier, no matter who you are or where you are. So let's move.
Well, here we go. We're getting set to get underway.
Let's stretch in the grass.
Great play.
Let's play tag.
What a play!
Let's jump up and down.
Oh, what a way to finish it.
And most of all, let's eat better so that we have the energy we need to play an hour a day, every day.
Everyone can play. Just go to letsmove.gov to learn more.
Welcome back to HCC TV as we continue our discussion with our guests. Cam and Chon, welcome back. I'd like to talk to you about a little bit about communication and how Vietnamese communicate. Are they direct like Americans are? For example, here in the United States, if you're talking and a person asks a question, it's either a direct yes or a direct no.
Yes, the way Vietnamese communicate differently from the way that U.S. Address. For example, we don't go directly to the issue or the matter right away, but sometimes we go around, so we need the listener to infer, to think of that. But some we go directly, for example, some simple issue for friends and
so if you're talking to your friends, it would be a direct, for example, you want to talk or you want to